No, it's like, but going back to what you're saying about what's happening here in Albuquerque now, I love it, man. We got these young guys who haven't been doing it that long, and they're already good. They're hungry. They're inclusive, and they're getting it, man. Like they're not just the thing that I like, and I always tell them, don't just say stand up comedian. Do anything. Like do any media. Take advantage of the social media, skits, all of that stuff, bro.
It's funny you bring up skits. I had Jared Ostrom on about a month ago. I had him on.
Man.
Amazing conversation with him.
Yeah.
But he's a funny motherfucker.
Yes,
I saw him win the roast battle.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got his skit going.
Very fucking talented, bro.
Yeah, and he's super like nerdy about like directing, and about production and all that. That's what I'm about to go to school for.
Yeah.
So having it's just awesome. And then we actually have a mutual friend in Notorious T.
Notorious T, man. Hey, that boy's got drive,
big
man.
shout out to him.
Yes.
So
big,
me and him go back to middle school.
Oh, that's what's up.
He's a dope dude. I've had him on twice.
Yeah.
And then I'm having him on again right before my birthday here in June.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's finally, like, not that he hasn't gotten recognition, but he's finally starting to get, like, he won that contest.
He won the contest for, what was that, the Beatles song or whatever?
Yep. He's got the second one going on right now.
Yeah.
And to see him finally, like, he's gaining a lot of traction. He's going, like, it's good. I like seeing people
That's a good dude, man. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I like to see people that are good people succeed.
Yeah, exactly.
And I would see Notorious T, like, I would go back and forth from L.A., and he'd be on the flight. And I would see him. I'm like, "What's up? What's up?"
No shit.
And I knew what he was doing. It wasn't it was for his music, bro. Like, and I never said that to him until recently. I've seen his grind, man, and it's like people like him and Jared that I love to see, and also like love to work with. Like, I'm gonna say something. I haven't even hit Jared up about this. So we have something coming up at the El Rey, August the 24th. I'm gonna reach out to him, see if he wants to do a set on it. It's 420's coming up, and we're doing what's called like a post 420 event. It's going to be Spice One, and Notorious T is going to be on it, and I'm going to do a comedy set. But I was like, you know what? I want somebody else to come up there to it. And I've never worked with Jared in stand up, so I'm gonna hit him up tonight or in the morning, see if he'd like to do it. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's so much talent out here, and I love that. They're hungry, bro. They're not just happy with doing one thing. Yeah.
And I just growing up in Albuquerque my whole life and looking around, like the city's falling apart.
Yeah.
And I think it's when you have cities like this, towns like this, just environments where it's like there's not a lot of opportunity here.
Right.
You have to create that opportunity, and there's so many mediums here. Like for me, it's podcasting and weightlifting, bodybuilding. That's what I love doing.
Right.
I just got done doing my first competition about 3 weeks ago.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, I know the pain y'all go through, the training. Like about 4 or 5 years ago, I got with this trainer. I cannot remember her name. She's going to be mad if she hears this. But I worked with her, and I worked with these guys that had their own gym. And I just thought, hey, you just lift weights, blah, blah.
I thought that too.
And it's the eating regimen, it's the scheduling, it's all of that. Not saying that I was doing any of what you're used to doing, but it was, we had like when I was on the internet radio, we had like a contest. Me and my co-host, see who could lose. It wasn't even the most weight. It was like the percentage.
Oh, your body fat?
Body fat and all that
BMI?
stuff. And I fucking lost 38 pounds. And I looked at myself. I was like, I don't like the way I look. I look like a pest dispenser, man. My head, everything got small but my head. And I was like, nah, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. And then I noticed, I started being friends with them, and they get people ready for competitions. And, man, y'all have some discipline, bro. Like, for real.
But anyway, the reason I bring all this up is just like, when you have an environment like this, you have to figure out what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And how to fill... Like, whatever you love doing, how do you fill that slot?
Yeah.
And become great at it?
Well, I look at it like this, too. I tell people all the time, like, I've lived in California. That's where I'm from. I lived in Texas, live here. And it's been in the military. You just be everywhere.
Yeah.
Albuquerque is the most unique city I've ever set foot in. There is so many opportunities, so many windows of opportunity. that people want you to succeed. I get upset when people say, "Oh, people here in Albuquerque don't want you." No, they do. They just want you to be able to do it. So when I started, I did what you did, what you're talking about. I saw that there was a void. You know what the void was when I saw comedy? There was no urban comedy. People were not exposed to urban comedy here. And when I say urban comedy, I don't mean black comedy. I mean urban. Anybody can be urban. You know what I mean? Especially with the boom of hip hop and all this other stuff. I saw that because there were other comedians of color, but they weren't urban. It was like they were trying to be Albuquerque. You, if you live here, you already know that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can go so far at laughing at yourself. All right, that's cool. That's cool. You can make the Christmas jokes, and you can make the green chili chicken. You know what I'm saying? You can make the Roadrunner jokes, the Zia signs, and all that. But if you open a window for people to see something they've never seen, and you take them on that ride, and they're like, "Yo, we're basically the same. Even though you're not from here, we are the same."
Yeah.
That's what I saw. I was like, I'm gonna be myself. I'm not gonna change anything, and I'm gonna just own it. And they're gonna like it because they haven't seen like in person before. You may have seen it on YouTube. You may have seen it on, Def Comedy Jam. Or I'm not saying that's my comedy style, but I can do that. But it's like that's the void that I saw, and I was like, I'm gonna own that. Now, a lot of people didn't like it because they wasn't used to it. They was like, "Yo, this guy, he's too in your face. He's too brash. He's too cocky. He's too, you know what I mean? He's too edgy." I don't give a fuck. Like, it's funny. That's the school that I grew up in, and it's kind of. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, man, is my style of comedy becoming the old guard because everybody's so damn sensitive. You know what I mean? So, but the city of Albuquerque is edgy.
Yeah.
It's nothing smooth about this place. Like, you can, and my thing was, I'm seeing comedy shows in certain parts of the city. You go to Rio Rancho, you go to the nice part of the city, but you wouldn't go to the South Valley. You wouldn't, if you had something going on Central, I looked at the crowd, it didn't represent the Albuquerque that I saw.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do comedy for those type of people. And that's how it started out. But then, nobody was messing with me. Then I started going to their crowds. And then they were like, "Yo, you didn't change who you are." I was like, "What? I can't. I don't know how." You know what I mean? And so that's all I say. I love Albuquerque because there's so many opportunities. There's so many voids that can be filled here. You just got to just grab the opportunity.